Good morning, everyone. This is Karl F. Rose, recording from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Saturday, June 19th, 2021. And first of all, let me get on my music here. Okay, now let me get on to my disclaimer. Okay, if you're 13 years old or younger, please leave this podcast now. These podcasts are not intended or targeted to children in any way, shape, or form. So again, if you're 13 years old or younger, please leave now. All right, good morning. This is Karl F. Rose, recording live from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Saturday, June 19th, 2021. And today I want to talk about inflation, or should I say hyperinflation. Are we heading in that direction? As we all know, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that gas prices are going up. You see the numbers change, pretty much every day almost, and then it just and if you think that you're spending more at the grocery store, it just seems like it's more expensive. You're absolutely right, because it is more expensive. With gas prices rising, everything's going up. Even car insurance rates are going up. I know someone with Geico, and the last 4 months, every single month has been a pretty substantial rate increase, and I guess they're blaming it on gas prices or something. But every single month. Personally, I don't think we're at hyperinflation yet, but it doesn't look good. I mean, if we hit hyperinflation, nobody's going to be able to afford anything. And this is what I was saying prior to November 3rd on 2020, that if the wrong thing happens, we're gonna be like another Venezuela. We could see inflation rates as high as they've had inflation rates, like 1,000% inflation, and that's not out of the question here. Excuse me, I got to take a drink of coffee here. There's no way that the United States can continue on this course until 2024. It's going to be unbearable. People in the winter, with this coming winter coming up, people will not be able to afford their heating costs. People will die. This is what I said last year. I said we need to do the right thing. Keep everything going the way it was going, or else we're going to be facing the consequences, and the consequences are going to be pretty bad. And that's just here at home. That's for I could talk about overseas and all that, but that's for another podcast. But it just seems because I was looking at all my after shopping recently, I was just looking at my bank and all that and everything, and trying to crunch all my numbers yesterday, and it's just like this is crazy. This is when I first voted. I first voted in 1976 for Jimmy Carter. It only took me less than about a year and a half to realize what a mistake I made. That's when I switched from being a Democrat, because I was hoodwinked. I was 18 years old when I voted for Carter, and it's the way our educational system works. They brainwash you into liberal thinking, and but I learned the hard way by voting for him. And they're trying to compare Biden to Carter, and from what I'm looking at now, this is going to be way worse than Carter. Carter's going to, compared to what we have now, Carter's going to almost look like a Ronald Reagan, and that's pretty bad. At least Carter had he had all his faculties about him. We have a senile person, and just the policies in general are just beyond terrible. It's the way it is right now. Hopefully there can be a turnaround, but I don't see any turnaround coming anytime soon unless something dramatic happens. But I just wanted to get this out. But we're definitely in inflation, and as I said in the beginning, I don't think we're in hyperinflation yet. But if we get to hyperinflation, then everything is going to be messed up, and no matter what you do, it's either going to be really expensive, or you're going to have long waits for doctor visits, long waits for getting fuel. There's going to be shortages, and then the electricity. We're going to have rolling blackouts in the middle of winter or in the middle of a heat wave in summer, when we need the energy the most. This is all part of the Green New Deal, which is just absolute garbage. And I'm just going to end on that note. And hopefully, as I always say, hopefully I can come up with a more upbeat podcast next week. But this is what I just wanted to get out of the way, and just be prepared, and just watch your money and spend wisely. And we will talk to you next week. Let me put on my music. Okay, we will see you next week, and hopefully on a better note.